Hi, peoples. Welcome to Cloudy Party Tea Time. I'm Little Pie, and with me is Vampy.
Hello.
And cute little Princess Eye.
Hey there.
Oh, God. Cute.
Are you really insisting on referring to me as Princess? Really?
Yes.
Yes.
Even princesses can be interesting.
Incidentally enough, Miss Who has been lost in the time void again. Her TARDIS malfunctioned.
Oh, no.
Them Daleks.
We'll pray that she comes back. As long as she doesn't regenerate, we'll be okay.
As long as
if the Weeping Angels got her, she's screwed.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Or crack in time. I don't know. They're always popping up everywhere. We don't really know.
But we were traveling around Japan when all of a sudden we got caught in the magical girl turf war. I mean, we saw Sailor Moon get thrown through a building by Pretty Sammy, and then coming up down the street was Miu Ichigo, and she beat poor, I forgot her name, which girl? She beat
Sally the Witch?
Sakura?
Yeah. No, Sally the Witch.
Okay.
Poor Sally the Witch got beaten like a bad habit by Miu Ichigo's magical bell.
Did you watch that same anime as I did?
Yes.
and we don't know why, even though Utena, she doesn't live in Tokyo, she was involved in the fight too. So, we witnessed an interesting fight, and we caught a couple of Pokemon too that were wandering around.
Oh, those damn Pokemon.
So, yeah. And then we drank from a magical bucket and met some awesome people. Yay!
Woo!
But then we woke up and it was all a dream. How terrible. What a bummer.
I don't know. This might have been actually a good idea.
Either that or you need some sleep.
So, tonight's podcast will be the dreading subject that we all didn't want to touch.
Money? Finances? Taxes?
STDs?
No. It's as bad as those, but it's Deviantart.
Good.
Wow. Deviantart is an art site. All three of us met that way, including Miss Who dropped out of the sky in her TARDIS, and we nursed her back to health. DA is an art site for artists to come together to share their beautiful art, be it writing, digital drawing, 3D, even though we get looked down upon, MMD,
art,
thanks a lot, John.
Photo manipulation, poetry. Mm-hmm. You have it, it's on there.
Yeah. It has turned from an art site to share art into Lord knows what it is.
It's
as Aniki always says, the internet is for porn.
Ouran.
So, basically, once upon a time, the A was actually a site that didn't focus on porn or anything like that. Gather round, my children, it's story time.
Yay! Are we going to hear about the one with the princess and the pea and the frog and the kissing?
No! You, go back to the corner, Billy. We shall be talking about a time before the magical iPod movement.
Flashback.
Back when Steve Jobs was alive. Back when Bill Gates wasn't such a douche.
Well, I thought he always was.
No, Bill Gates was actually nice. And I guess that means I should start the story. Oh, that's cute. So, Deviantart. It started as a site connected with people who took computer applications and modified them to their own taste, or who deviated the applications from their original designs. As the site grew, members in general became known as deviants and submissions as deviatations. Deviantart was originally launched August 7, 2000 by Scott Jarkoff, Matt Steffens, and Angelo I messed up anyways, and others. As part of a larger network of music-related websites such as D Music Network, the site flourished largely because of its unique offerings and the contributions of its core members, base, and team of volunteers after its launch, but was officially incorporated in 2001, about 8 months after launch. Wow. Okay. Deviantart was loosely inspired by projects like Winamp Facelift, Customize.org, Desmod.com, ScreamPunk.com, and Skins.org. All application skin-based websites. Sarita entrusted all public aspects of the project to Scott Jarkoff as an engineer and visionary to launch the early program. All three co-founders share backgrounds in the application skinning community, but it was Matt Stevens whose major contribution to DeviantArt was the suggestion to take the concept further than skinning and more towards an art community. Many of the individuals involved with the initial development and promotion of DeviantArt still hold positions with the project, from administrators to volunteers, serving as gallery directors and message network administration. Angelo Sarita currently serves as the Chief Executive Officer of DeviantArt, Inc. So, basically, that's DA's humble beginnings. So, I guess we can get his chair.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. It didn't work. Oh, well. Anyways, back in the day, before we had the Rabbit fangirls, we had them. They just didn't show up. I don't know why. They multiplied in numbers. We don't know where they came from.
They probably transferred over from the music scene.
Yeah, or cheesy art, or some other, other website that was popular. And not to mention the availability of having internet.
Yeah, that too.
And, of course, before the Great Furry Invasion of 2008.
That was an invasion?
Yes, the Great Furry Invasion.
Yeah, I remember it. But I'm not really surprised there were furries on there before then, too.
Well, the furries didn't multiply until 2008. And of course, the Great Pony Takeover.
Oh, God.
Yeah. The Great Pony Takeover of...
Nah.
Give me a minute. 2000... Wait. Yeah, the Great Pony Takeover in 2006.
I'd rather have had the furries than the poniers. God.
In short, DeviantArt became a melting pot of, oh my God, what have I stumbled onto?
Those poor kids. They can't even look up their favorite ponies without porn.
Basically.
Uh-huh. Mind you, no fandom is safe from the pornifying powers. No fandom. I mean, it's just wrong. And it's terrible. And it's bad when Monster High has porn.
Not really. I actually expected it.
Not from dudes who are supposed to be in their 30s.
I expected it. Come on. They sexualize nearly damn near everything else. What did you think would happen?
I don't know.
Literally.
And
there is nothing safe. What part of this do you not understand?
And DA has been invaded by fanboys, fangirls, yaoi-obsessed fangirls, yurei-obsessed fanboys.
Or fangirls.
Shipping wars.
Or fangirls. I mean, they all kind of switch the same way,
Yeah.
Hatalia nerds. Ouraners, Dreamhousers, Tenchi Muyo space pirates, Moonies.
Moonies forever.
Bronies. Huh?
Moonies forever, bitches.
Yeah. Thomas the Hedgehog Furfax, as they call them. I don't know why. That's kind of mean, but that's what they're called.
I mean, that means they want to screw them, but...
And the infamous CWC Sonichu creator. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you forgot some.
Now, Snake Snogger, Disney Fan 01, Teru-chan, Bleedman, Am I missing anyone?
A lot of Disney porn. Woohoo! Come here, Mickey.
Oh,
Here we go.
We're back on this. So basically, you had your E-celebrities, your E-trolling targets. You got your E-trolls. You got your E-mom. You got your E-mom. You got your E-dad.
E-family.
And basically, everybody and their grandmother was on Deviantart after it launched. This community was tiny at first. Not many people heard of it. Then, boom! Overnight, like an explosion. Like a huge explosion. Or like a flock of emo hair attaching themselves to the skulls of unsuspecting people.
Yeah.
Basically, DA became the center community for art. And anything you searched up, it was like, oh dear, gotta gouge my eyes out. And it's terrible when Foamy the Squirrel has porn. And it's not a Jermaine. It's a Foamy. That's how bad it is.
I am not even surprised. You notice I'm just shrugging my shoulders going, You could probably even find Angry Bird porn. Or personifications of Angry Birds doing porn.
Yeah. And basically, it was hotter than a set of twin babies. There.
How does that even make sense?
It's from a Slim Shady song, okay? You asked him.
Slim Shady ain't worth shit, so...
You asked Slim Shady, and then you come back with his answer.
No, thank you, because I would rather actually listen to somebody that has a lick of sense. Like, I don't know, I would rather ask Kanye West. At least I could get an interesting answer.
That's one way of putting it.
Speaking of that, we have RP accounts on DeviantArt. There is somebody with a Kanye West account.
Oh my god.
Kanye, he is going to sue their asses off if he found out.
Oh yeah, totally.
But he's in the ocean right now making love to gay fish.
What the hell is wrong with him?
If you don't get South Park reference, I'm lost on you. I am lost on you.
I stopped watching South Park exactly like 2-3 years ago because I'm bored. There's nothing more they can do to interest me.
And I've seen a grand total of 5 episodes, so yeah.
I've seen a good majority of them. The only ones that I kind of liked was the whole raccoon guy and Friends. That was actually...
Oh, the coon and Friends.
Yeah, the raccoon guy. I kind of liked that one. That was actually kind of good. It was actually kind of...
Speaking of that...
Anyway, back to what we were talking about.
They Bishonified South Park characters on DeviantArt. You name it, you can find it. You will find it.
They did.
You can type in a stick person, and don't tell me you won't get stick person porn. It has happened. It is shown.
Let me put it this way. Whatever you think of, there's porn of it.
Yeah, Rule 34, guys.
Exactly. Every type of porn. Enlargement, bloated, giants, what have you. It's there. Of course, technically they're not allowed to, yet for some reasons pictures of vaginas are apparently art, but if you post a picture of a penis, it's obscene. I'm trying to understand the,
double standard.
Yeah, the double standard, which I think has a lot to do with misogyny, but okay.
Mm-hmm. So, DeviantArt wasn't that bad. I mean, back in the day, it was actually, when I first joined, it wasn't that bad. It didn't start getting crazy until the early 2000s, when the furries I think Sheezy Art started losing members, and the furries relocated.
What?
Yeah. When Sheezy Art started losing members, the furries relocated to DeviantArt. Didn't you notice that?
Oh, yeah. I forgot about Sheezy because I stopped going there for a while, and it's just kind of an empty account at this moment.
Mm-hmm. So basically, it's horrible. But, back on topic, DA's humble beginnings. It was a nice site. It was nice. The admins did their jobs. They didn't take a week to answer posts. If art theft was reported immediately, they got kicked out the door.
Oh, yeah.
Basically. They got banned easily.
But, considering that that DA is kind of like a lot of places that expanded so quickly and hired as many as they could, you kind of got to forgive them a little bit for the slow response. I mean, there's probably billions of freaking people on there.
Let me see. I can check
or
right
millions.
now because I have the number.
Or somewhere between thousands and millions.
Yeah,
I mean, if you
a lot of people on there. I don't know exactly how many though.
Yeah, because I mean, the thing I always figured is if you only have a certain amount of people that you hire for one specific
28 million members.
Yeah, see?
And counting.
Yeah, how are you going to police 28 million people?
We have no idea. Honestly, yeah.
So, once you guys complain again about the whole response time, remember, there's 28 million of you fuckers.
So, yeah. So, DA. It was originally meant for the display art made by everybody and their grandmother, but now it's suddenly become a fan art. It's full of fan art now. Wow, I do fan art. Vampy does fan art. I think Princess I does fan art too.
I do more original stuff, but I do occasionally have some fan art things that I do.
Yeah.
So we're guilty of it too, but mind you, we know how to balance. Say it with me, children. Balance. Very good. You can go to the kitchen and get a cookie now.
What is with you? Okay. Here's the thing about difference between, fan art and original art, and why original arts don't get attention. Listen to me for 5 seconds. Here's the reason. Fan art is based on an existing product that already has lots of fans to it in the first place, so you don't actually have to work as hard to get attention, while original art has zero audience to begin with, and you have to work like your ass is on fire to get any attention whatsoever. And that's why. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Well, you said it right. But remember, there are some original artists who actually did get famous on DA and have their own thing.
Yeah, they got lucky. It's called getting lucky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, basically.
And I know a couple of people. My homie, Stellar Energy, he is made of wind. He has a lot of fans for his original stuff. And he does fan art too, but he tries to wean everyone away from fan art, It's like, please, if you ask me for a request, please use original characters. I would like that very much, because that way he can help get your characters out there and have other people, be like, oh man, this is cool. These characters are nice, are interesting, or what's with these new characters? I don't know who they are, but I'll go check out this person's page and see what they're all about.
Yeah, that too, but again, he started out with a big fan base primarily geared towards Sailor Moon, which was insanely popular at the point in time. And then you have all these new people who come on the internet who are into this stuff. They're all attracted to that. So yeah, he's balancing it out, but at the same time, he got his fame starting with a show that already existed.
Mm-hmm.
So...
But still, it's awesome.
So yeah, so some people who did get famous off their original stuff, they usually start off from doing fan art. Fan shit.
Yeah. But basically, DA, if you try to transition the original, you get zilch.
You
nothing.
Really do.
Nothing.
That is the damn truth. You have to be mega amazing at anatomy, art. Now, even then, even if you made the most perfect picture of all time, good luck in getting noticed. Because
basically,
you really have to whore yourself out, to be honest, to every group. Just and then you
don't whore yourself out to Disney.
Yeah, because if you whore yourself out to Disney, you're Disney's permanent whore. Woohoo! Yes, bitch, you're mine. The mouth will tear you up and keep you forever.
But yeah, basically, original stuff, I don't think that'll happen because, you gotta work hard unless you toss some porn in and there you go. You got a million people.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It's mostly male, depending on the person, depending on your content of your art.
Male. believe me, I did like one naked picture, like not even fully naked, of one of my characters. Just like it was anesthetic. It wasn't supposed to be sexual or anything. Yet the first person that favors it is a dude that loves boobs. So you see how this goes, right?
Yeah, it's basically pretty much, if you want to get popularity on Deviantart, you have to appeal to the lowest common denominator.
Which is?
Men.
Furries? Men?
No, usually just men.
Pony.
Usually just men.
Yeah. AKA
really
the kind who live in their basement and are on the computer for 23 hours of the day.
Not that...
Exercising their left hand.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, here's how you get attention. Well, now these days, what's now become more popular is yaoi, and just usual flair of chicks being naked, sexual poses, moe girls, lollies, things like that. Yeah.
And watch the crazy horny fanboys flow in.
Or in girls, some girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not as bad as the boys. At least they're less harassing.
Even though if you're like some of the artists, you wouldn't want to know that some dude is tossing it to your character.
Yeah, it's best not to think of that and to completely ignore that part of existence unless that is exactly what you're going for. I find that you can't do shit about it. You know, you really can't. So, there you go.
Yeah. So basically, the way DA is with original stuff, it blows so hard that my old Nintendo cartridges are starting to work. So that's how much it blows.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So yeah.
Oh, let's put it like this. It could be worse. You could have found people doing that to a picture of you that you did just for shits and giggles.
Oh dear God, that's horrible. I feel bad for the cosplayers now, because that does.
I know, that happened to me.
I am so sorry.
Oh, you poor thing, Princess Ai. We hug you. We love you.
But
oh,
no,
that's
this
so
is
horrible.
actually quite common even at cons. I mean, just last year they passed out a flyer going, hey, this is sexual harassment. Don't touch the cosplayers unless they want to be touched. Don't do it. Stop harassing them. Because this is extremely common in how mostly these men just view these women who are dressing up for fun and not for the guy's pleasure. And that's, I have so many feelings about this that I'm just like, I wish Zeus would come. Well, not Zeus. Hera. Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Hera will come out and destroy them and send Artemis to crush balls.
Yeah.
What? No Disney show? Okay, anyway.
No. I won't make a Disney show because that was actually pretty serious.
Yeah. Okay. So, basically, original creators, do not give up hope. Everything will be all right. You shall get fans. You shall get people to read your stuff. If you don't, just flip a table, say screw you guys, I'm going to a different site.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, one of the more popular stories was one of those, what do these kids call them these days? It was a semi-animated comic that I was reading that was about Korean ghost stories. That was pretty damn popular for a while, and it scared the living shit out of me.
See? That's made of winning awesome. Deviant porn. The mature filters suck machi balls. Exactly, Vampy.
I'm Mickey, and you're my bitch.
I'm working here, Mr. Mouse. Anyway.
Yeah, but
Deviant porn.
Yeah, there's
DA has become the new Playboy. It's like Hugh Hefner acquired the licenses to Deviantart.
Yeah, like there's been times where I've opened up the main page and I'm like, whoa, okay. Immediately shut my computer because, of course, my mom's in the room at that time. Wait a little bit, open it up again, and then I check my filter. I'm like, wait, I have the mature filter on. What the hell?
Yeah, it squeaks past the mature filter. That's how bad it is.
Yeah. I'm kind of looking at it right now without the mature filter. It's not so bad at this second, per se. I mean, I don't see an orgy going on. Actually, I see a really cute little baby, but,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, otherwise you get something like Minnie Mouse and Davy. Oh, Daisy, what are you doing? It's okay, Minnie.
Yeah. And we have guys junk on the front page.
Yep.
And mostly women, actually, to be honest. It's usually the female. They go batshit crazy when it's a dude's junk. Like, for real, it's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty
Oh,
much.
wow. I see Uranus.
Huh? Oh, dear.
No, Sailor Uranus. Her space bird.
Okay.
What's wrong with you? See, this is another problem. Ty has such a dirty line. I'm talking about a character, and she's all like, how dare you? You're talking about anus. I'm like, dude, that's a planet. What's wrong with you?
You corrupted me. This your
It
fault.
is not my fault. It is all about the mouse, sweetie. Woohoo! Yes, that is right.
Anyway.
Oh,
so
okay, Mickey.
So basically, DA has become a porn site. It's ridiculous.
Well, it's either porn or ponies, which would, well, usually they're both. What am I talking about?
There is pony porn. It does exist.
Oh yeah, of course it exists. Like every.
And it shows up every other day in a lot of groups that I've joined, and it's horrible.
Usually, it could be worse.
How?
It could be showing the birth of these characters, kids.
Oh God.
There is
Fair enough.
One of the things that is also prevalent on DA is the use of bases and.
Huh?
Not the use of bases. Like,
yeah.
Basically, just base artists and stuff. Like, I can understand using bases if, A, you make your own, and B, if you're starting off as an artist. But literally, or like, even if you just take the generic figure and then you add your own, like, hair, clothing, yada, yada, yada on top of it. I'm okay with that. If it's literally the people who take the base of an existing character and just recolor it and then pass it off as their own, that's not, no, just no.
And don't forget, they use the bases to create porn.
Of course they do.
Basically, nothing is safe from being pornified.
Nope.
And I think we lost Vanity.
Yeah, I think so too.
Oh, she'll be back.
Eventually.
Her magic powers will let her.
Oh, yeah.
Eventually.
Yeah, it looks like her.
But yeah. And they say that DA's mature filter will help. And it's like, no, it doesn't. People get around it.
Yeah, no. Like, literally, I really don't think they check that thing. Like, it's basically, if there's no obvious boobs and vag, then you can get away with it. Like, if it's basically nipples are covered and crotch is covered, then, hey, it's totally fine, guys. Free expression. But, yeah, I don't know. I've given up trying to understand why things can get past the radar and other things are instantly, like, blacklisted.
And then there's this dude on DA who has a dream to become a feminine maxi pad.
Oh, God. Like, not only, I know we've gone over this already, but there's so many creepers on here. Like, literally, like I was saying with, there's a picture that I posted that literally, my mom and I just took for shits and giggles because I used to fence, back 7th and 8th grade. So I was going through some of, like, my old stuff and I found my old fencing gear. And, of course, because getting poked with, those things, like, basically getting hit with the swords, it hurts. So, of course, you have to have chest protectors if you're a girl. So, which looks like basically old Viking breastplates. So we realized that my chest protector still fit. So just for the hell of it, I put that on, put my hair in braids, grabbed like this old plastic Viking helmet that I have, and one of my old swords, and posed with it. Because like I was just going to put it on my Facebook, and then I put it on my Deviantart as well, just for the hell of it. I got so many creepy notes, it's not even funny.
Ew.
Like, literally, I got at least 3 guys asking me to go out with them. I claimed that I was taken instead, so I didn't have to deal with that shit. They instantly left me alone. And then I had 2 who admitted they were jerking off to my picture.
Ew.
And then, yeah. And then another one who I thought was normal at first. Then it turns out he has a fetish for BDSM. And I'm like, and blocking your ass?
Creeper.
So, yeah, like, I feel really bad for the cosplayers who, they must get this shit all the time, and
yeah,
I'm just like, oh god, you poor people, I don't even... So that's why after that there's a grand total of 1 picture of me on my DeviantArt page after that, where I intentionally covered my face.
Wow. Ow.
Guys, I came back. I think DA has gotten onto me. That's why I couldn't talk anymore. They know. Know.
Either that or that explains basically the airplane noise in the background. Jeez.
Yeah.
No, well, an airplane was actually flying overhead a few seconds ago, too.
But you're Frenching your microphone, it sounds.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Because I have the volume up. Oopsies.
Okay, Kuro, be honest. How much have you had to drink this night?
None. This is
God.
pure sugar and adrenaline.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Hang on.
As I said before, can I buy drugs from you?
Well, this is the product of ADHD and sugar.
Anything to chime in about the deviant porn
Okay,
thing?
sorry about that.
For deviant porn thing, you'll find it everywhere. But there's a difference between artistic nudity and people jerking off. Some people just can't tell the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not all nudity on DA is porn. Some of them are actually stock, as in things for you to draw, as in learning to draw. Because one of the art courses I had to take was nude drawing. Meaning I had to sit in a room, a dark room actually, and watch a naked person for 15 to 20 minutes, almost an hour, and draw this naked person while they're in various poses. So the problem.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry.
No, I was going to say there's a difference between porn and actual artistic nudity. Because I mean, if you just look back at some of the old classic paintings, even there are so many artistic nudes. That's different. That's not overtly sexualized. That's just appreciation of the human body.
But
like if
your mileage may vary on what you consider as porn and what's art. Some things are really flat out porn, but then there's that ambiguous gray area too. So it's kind of like, it looks like it should be porn, but it isn't, and I kind of like the lighting and contrast.
Yeah.
But then there's the dudes who actually take pictures of their junk, put it on DA, and say they did it out of boredom.
Yeah, those are usually the dudes and the girls that are usually underage.
Yeah.
Hey, yay for child pornography, really? Really? DA, you going to get arrested. You keep this shit up.
I'm going to call Chris Hansen. Yeah, but sometimes it makes you wonder. Ugh, icky, icky, icky.
It could be worse.
You always say that, and it doesn't.
It could be worse.
How worse?
It could be worse in the fact that these same people are trying to hit you up.
Yeah.
Like I said, it could be much worse. Much.
Yeah, no, you missed out, because pretty much right when you crapped out, or your internet crapped out, I was telling Pi about my own experience with the couple of pictures that I posted of myself.
I came back and I heard part of it, and I was like, damn, girl.
Yeah. Yeah.
Creeper.
Either way you go, it's all going to be you.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, well.
But, yeah. DA, you guys got to work on your mature filter. That's all there is.
You know what one of their rules are to crack down or try to seem like they're cracking down on the whole don't do child porn thing, right? Even
what?
The whole...
Well, this was a few years ago, and they extended that ruling onto animated characters, as in things that don't exist. Now, I'm like, okay, I can deal with the things that exist, because this is, in fact, really mentally damages people.
Yeah.
Literally. This is not something you do. Please.
Mm-mm.
But then they extended it to characters who don't exist. As in, you can't age them up and still draw, like, sexy pictures of them.
Yeah.
At least that's what they tried. I'm not sure they even do this shit anymore.
Not after the protest they got.
Yeah. The more I think about it, the more I'm just kind of like, yeah, you tried, but there's this little gray area there that's kind of like, you really can't police this, per se, because they're fictional characters and do not exist. Not to mention the fact that their animes are older than most people existing at this point in time.
Yeah.
Sailor Moon being one. And then there's the loophole.
Dirt.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then there's the loophole for it, too, because, you know, it says you can't draw characters, like, not fictional people who are under the age of 18 in sexual poses. But then you have characters like Chibayusha, who in the manga is 900 years old, and there's your loophole. It's kind of like she's not under 18, she's 900.
I love your logic. Win. But we at Cloudy Park Tea Time did not condone anyone drawing pornographic images of Chibiusa when she's a little kid.
Don't worry, there's Daijojin out there for that. Someone always beat you to it. You don't have to add into this cesspool of you.
I just had to add the disclaimer, because it's like, yeah.
So yeah, if we're done going, like,
porn.
Yeah.
Yay.
Okay. So next up, Thieves. Thieves are everywhere. The theft problem on Deviantart. Oh dear God.
Was it rampant?
It still is.
Yeah. I mean, I feel bad, especially for Pi. I don't know if this has happened to you yet, Vampy, but
yes,
I feel bad for you guys that this has happened. Mercifully, so far as I'm aware, this hasn't happened to me. Probably because I don't have enough original characters to get art stolen. But
fan characters that are nice and pretty.
Yeah, basically. I'm so sorry, you guys.
Well,
trust me, it sucks. People are just lazy.
Yeah, I mean, for me, the only person that stole my stuff, it came out as one of those things where I was like, look, kid, you can't do this shit. And I confronted her and I told her, you can't take my character and my story without my permission. I didn't consent to this. You can't do this shit. Of course, we ended up friends later on, but still, I was like, sweetheart, no. Don't.
Mm-hmm.
And since then, I haven't had any art stolen or anything, but I contribute it mostly because most of my characters are black, and most people who steal art are looking for white characters. Usually, there was a point in time where that's all they stole, so I was like relatively safe.
Racist.
Well, shit, I didn't care. I'm like, hell, you don't want to take my character? Damn good.
Yeah, leave my shit out of this.
Like,
but yeah, art thieves think they are so hoity-toity hot stuff, thinking they can't get away with it. Here's the thing, sweeties. Tumblr. People alert people on Tumblr now. That's how me and Miss Who found out that art stuff got jacked.
Yeah, Tumblr is really, really, really kind of creepy and scarily good at finding out things. Like, Tumblr is better than the fucking FBI, I swear to God.
Tumblr is
or the CIA.
Like, there was this chick that was missing, or rather, she didn't stop her automated messages. And so she didn't come back, and apparently some people were worried about her or some shit like that. And they tracked this girl down like, oh my fucking God. They found out where she lived. They found out who this dude she was supposed to be seeing was. Like, this is some CSI spy shit going on here. Like, what?
Mm-hmm. But it comes in handy with art theft on DA. I mean, we didn't know. We didn't know for a good couple of months. And, you know, since we found out, it was like, it's on. It's on like Donkey Kong. We have to report them.
Yeah.
But yeah, the art thief that we dealt with thinks she's so sneaky. She put all of her stuff in her group. Come on. Come on.
Yeah, the other thing that art thieves don't anticipate, it depends on how popular you are, that you can get enough people complain, you will get attention. Believe me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's what happened. But everybody reported her. She just nothing hasn't been done yet, but you know. DA's a little slow, but I can forgive
28 million people, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But also, unfortunately with that, there's no such thing as bad publicity.
Mm-hmm.
So, unfortunately, the fact that so many people are getting called out on stealing art, which, yeah, that's great. Unfortunately, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
It very well may be inspiring people to go and start doing, like, they could very well start stealing art themselves as a way to promote their own original stuff, because they'll get people on their page who will go through, see their other stuff, and it passes on like that.
Well, there's another thing you guys kind of forget. There are groups dedicated to calling out art thieves, like literal groups.
Yeah, that's true.
They will go through galleries, they will alert each other, and sometimes this is a good thing, and sometimes, no, this is not a good thing, because some people take shit too far.
Mm-hmm.
And so it ends up being more harassment than actual trying to reprimand them. But then again, there are some art thieves that are just too hard-headed to know any better.
Yeah. In short, DA needs to work on everything, because honestly, this art thefts are getting out of control. Some of the greatest artists are leaving DA because people are just stealing their art.
Yeah.
Stealing their art, stealing their ideas, and then using MS Paint to paint over them. Terribly at that. I mean, if you're going to steal art, at least do some decent work. Jesus Christ.
Or stealing someone's idea and butchering it, making it into something that's horrible. And lost the happy, but the happy's back. Anyways, yeah. It's horrible. But, yeah, we can't do anything about it on DA because it takes a while. And even though the thieves who do get caught, some of them actually have a good heart and will take it down. Some who, pretend, well, I must take it down because I don't want to get myself in trouble and lose my account. And they'll move it to somewhere else, and they still are stealing.
Yep. And people track their asses down, and yeah.
And on Tumblr, they should be lucky. They should be lucky. The Tumblr community is so forgiving because honestly, if they would have stayed on DA, they would have tracked down. Hey,
no,
I think they are.
No. The worst thing about the Tumblr community, when it comes to art, is these fuckers are terrible at unsourcing shit. And then when they do, they say, "But I got it from like Google or We Heart It," and I'm like, God damn it, We Heart It isn't a good source. It's like Photo Bucket. It's a freaking hosting site. It's not worth shit.
And
it's these days.
Well, some days you wonder. I mean, honestly, here's the thing, kids. Don't be fools. If you start stealing people's designs and they find out, they will track you down. They'll be on you like white on rice, like Shoujo on a freshly cut leg.
You do realize that a lot of them don't know who the hell Shoujo is, right?
Yeah.
Go Google it.
Well, there's a lot of different Shoujos. That's the thing.
Here it is. Here it is. Shorthand. So for the lazies and the ones that can't differentiate the Shoujos, Shoujo is a crazy rabies-infested dog from a Stephen King novel.
Oh,
and
that
all
one.
he does is kill folk.
Yeah.
And he's a Saint Bernard. That just makes it worse.
I know, right?
They're like the gentlest little things on earth.
Shoujo, man. Shoujo.
That movie was
But yeah,
terrible.
that's how DA's community is. A popular artist gets something stolen from them. That's it. Pack it in. Just pack it in.
Yeah.
Pack it in. Pack it up.
Oh,
Beat it. Make like Michael Jackson and beat it. Just saying. And don't think running to your band of friends will help you.
Oh, no.
It's terrible.
Yeah, one of your friends just
They
might
will
go
not
and
help.
say, "What the fuck is wrong with you? You know this is wrong, right? Right?
Yeah.
Right?"
Or they'll say, "Oh no, we've been found out! Retreat! Retreat!
Oh God, help!
Oh, my God.
Oh dear God, it's after me! Oh dear, oh God, it's taking out!"
Yeah, and if you are an art thief and you are misfortunate enough to steal from one of us, your punishment, I will find you, I will kill you, and I will set you on fire, asshole.
That's the Disney way.
Let's just say I shall kick you into the sun if you steal from me. I haven't done it yet, but I will kick somebody in the sun. Well, first I knock them in the low earth orbit, then jump up in the air with a magical jetpack, then kick them, pray to God you get hit by a passing meteor, and then get thrown into the sun to burn for a million years.
Stick them on the comet if it's easier.
Or one better. I'll just send you to Disney.
Oh,
now.
yeah.
What's that street? Get on that corner. Make my money.
Oh my God.
Okay, that is a horrible punishment. But yeah, we condone it.
Once given
no
to
art.
Disney, you'll never get out.
Mm-mm.
Your soul is
Mickey.
ours. You belong to the mouse.
Yeah, it really is Mephistopheles Mouse.
Metaphorically speaking, don't steal from us. We have our ways. We have our ways.
The mouse will have you. The mouse.
Mm-hmm. And we've got a lot of people. We've got I'm not even going to say we got an army.
We've got a battalion.
Yeah, I was trying to make a Avengers joke.
We have a Hulk.
Yeah, we have a Hulk.
I literally have a Hulk. Because I own Marvel too.
my god, Vampy. Seriously.
So, yeah.
I am so good at this game.
Yes. All right. The next part is the money is the key. Deviantart's overpriced group price.
No one buys from Deviantart these days. Are you insane? Deviantart tries to get free shit from you. They try to bleed you dry with these contests and other paltry gifts that don't actually offer you any money. They're also encouraging actual businesses and shit to buy Deviantart points, which are virtual shit that you can't convert into actual money. And so they try to buy.
Woo! Yow! I think Vampy needs to move her mic.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Ow.
Lower?
There you go.
Yeah, lower.
Okay.
You can still hear the humming.
Oh, well, I can't do nothing about that. I am so sorry. I'll just adjust it to my iPhone. Okay?
Kind of?
Kinda?
Really too much, guys. I'm sorry.
Turn down your volume a little? Oh! Technical difficulty.
No, still can't hear you.
No.
Can you hear me or can you not hear me?
Now we can hear you.
Now we can hear you.
Fuck.
I don't know.
I am done with all of you.
I think DA has infected your computer with their virus. Of magical
I think
doom.
DA heard that I will be on this and talking shit about them and doing Mickey Mouse jokes.
That was a stupid laugh, but
I
yeah.
actually sounded evil. Yeah. Oh, that's so much.
But yeah, DA charges people money for their points. And their point system is flawed a lot.
It's bullshit. It's like Gaia. Bullshit.
Mhm. Whoever adapted this point idea need to be thrown out the window for this.
Mhm.
And people start begging you for points. All of a sudden, it turns into a street corner.
Oh, get out there and work them streets.
Basically, somebody will turn a trick for you for let's say 200 points.
Oh, for 200 points. What are you gonna do for me? Oh.
Anyway, people start begging. When this started, it's like, dude, you think I can afford points?
That's funny.
Yeah, and the subscriptions now, the whole 7-year subscription, which is kind of cool. I will admit that it is cool, and I actually do want one. But it's not as bad as using. You would actually use real money to get a subscription rather than money you spend for the points. And yet, the subscription, the prepaid one, for 7 years, $200. Who would pay $200 for that?
Exactly. But then again,
I'd rather wait.
DA and Gaia are about the same on that one.
Yeah, pretty much.
And all you get is access to special features. That's
it's
it.
basically playing any major online game as well, where you're playing through the nose for skins or hats, or basically.
Or it's like Skylanders. There, that's better.
Or polls.
No. Yeah, basically, it's just a way for the website or company to monetize on everything, and unfortunately, they're encouraged because people buy it.
It's because they have no choice, or they just need that type of stuff.
Or they just need money to fill up their magical vault of money so they can dive in and swim around it.
Okay.
Or they go to strip clubs and make it rain.
Okay, so they're Scrooge McDuck at Disneyland. Okay. Make it rain! I make it rain with all these Disney dollars.
Disney dollars are worth. I'm not even saying
Exactly. It's just like everything else.
Disney dollars are worth shit there. But yeah. But DA is just. I know the group thing is like they started adding tax on that when you try to buy a super group now. Yep.
What the? I am done.
Yeah. So it's like people who want super groups, they have to pay out the nose for them. And thus, I can understand the whoring yourself out for points, but asking with a donation pool would be nice. But not going on someone's page demanding points.
Seriously.
Or having 5 or 6 of your friends begging for points.
Yep.
Here's the thing, kids. You should have one person, if you want a supergroup, one person managing it. Because, come on, you can't trust people nowadays with money, even if it's virtual money.
Nope.
And, it's $59.95. But then, of course, they tack on another $1.05. $60.05. So, DA is making a killing off unsuspecting people, or idiots,
more or less,
who actually would spend money out of their own pocket for a supergroup. No offense to people who do it, because you guys are awesome, and I appreciate that, but yeah. I wouldn't do that. I could spend my money on something else.
Yeah, like
bills,
food, things to live.
Donate it to charity?
Yeah, you kind of went too far with the whole donating to charity. You need to think smaller, like rent, living expenses.
I donate mine to charity.
How much do you donate?
$20.
That's like a round trip for 2 days on a train for transportation.
Well, you have to donate to help people, because one day you may need help, and somebody will help you. That's the thing. That's the way I was raised. So yeah, donating to charity, bills, real life things. You could spend that much of what you buy on Deviantart for a supergroup. That much money, While points were a good idea, it's slowly becoming a monetary thing that you're judged on how many points you have now.
I have no idea about that. I don't pay attention to this thing they do. I mean, whatever. Whatever, kids.
Aw, but it's horrible.
Indeed.
And DA's like, oh, well, we're doing it to keep your Deviantart experience alive.
We didn't need it beforehand, we didn't need it now.
And it's turned itself into a bastard child of YouTube.
Or Gaia, one of the two.
Or Facebook. Even though I'm waiting till the day they put like button. I'm gone. I'm out. I'm leaving.
Either way, as we were, since we've now pretty much exhausted the topic of going, basically this shit is bad.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's horrible.
Guys, save your money. It's not worth it. And God help you if you have an automatic subscription plan.
They'll take your money.
They will.
They take your money when you're in need. Yeah, there.
And don't even try to say, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there with some more money. It won't work.
No. Because DA is a gold digger. She won't be messing with no broke. So.
I ain't saying she is a gold digger, but yeah.
Yeah.
So, in short, if you guys watched Thumbelina, have seen and heard Marry the Mole, all rise for the Gold Diggers National Anthem. But, yeah, DA's a gold digger. They take everything. I know we're happy to be on the site because we win the match. we wouldn't have become the awesome brain trust, okay? We say things that you are thinking. We do. We are like Men in Black.
We would never hear. Please look into here. Thank you.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, yeah. So, DA good. I mean, DA bad some days. DA good other days. But right now, DA, get your stuff together.
Thank you.
Continue to rehab.
Yes, attend rehab. I'm sure you make friends with Lindsay Lohan.
I think she's out now. I think she's doing better.
And Justin Bieber. Yeah. Oh, and don't bring them Bieber believers, whatever they're called nowadays, over to DA. Please don't. I get enough One Direction fanfics I have to approve in the group I'm part of.
At least one. It's just a phase. It's just like the Jonas Brothers. They'll go away. Like NSYNC. They'll go away. Except NSYNC actually had, talent.
Yes, NSYNC did. If we get sued by Justin Timberlake, I'm saying it's all on you.
I don't give a shit. Justin Timberlake stole from black people.
So did Elvis.
Yeah, exactly. He ain't got no right to sue for nothing. So he can go cry in his little corner and cry himself a river, and that's all I care.
And don't step on this blue suede shoe.
I'll step all over them and track mud.
Anyways, off the topic of Deviantart.
Yeah, we're totally...
From the dawn... Anyway, we'll go into our next topic. From the dawn of time, shipping wars has been around since you could ship people together. Fanboys and fangirls have united. Some have gotten into fights. Some have actually gotten into physical altercations. Well, we're here to set the record straight. Welcome to Shipping Wars. Alright. Oh my god, my intro. Why not just add in Flight of the Valkyries?
Please do.
Yeah, that's
Please do.
Yay. So, I'm sure many of you probably heard, and those who haven't, please, those who haven't, dishonor on you, dishonor on your family, and dishonor on your cat.
I don't know, not care.
Anyways, we recently were talking about, in episode 3 of our podcast, about the Harry Potter shippings. No, sit down, Draco and Harry fangirls. It's not about you. The creator, J.K. Rowling, my girl, she awesome. She recently brought to light that it was a mistake that Ron and Hermione were married. In short, she wanted to ship Harry. Well, she wanted Harry to marry Hermione.
Well, what she really said is she regretted putting Ron and Hermione together. The only reason she did it was because it hadn't nothing to do with logic or chemistry, but it had more to do with her. Yes, as you can tell, I have a lot to say about this.
Oh, yeah.
Well then, the floor is yours, Sammy.
Yes.
Okay. Let me tell you a background story. A nice long tale long ago, before most of you were out of elementary school. Oh,
shut up.
Nope.
Do I have to put in the Harry Potter theme with this too?
Go for it.
Okay. Anyway, go ahead.
Back then in the early days, when we were first getting our Harry Potter books. Oh, some days.
Okay, what the hell is with your accent, first and foremost?
I don't know. Sometimes I slip in and out. It happens. I get silly.
To do a Scottish accent, you're gonna have to do a lot better than that.
I know.
I think she's trying to be British.
I'm just messing. Besides, it could have been Scottish. I don't know.
It was British.
No,
We're trying to be British.
British, Scottish, Irish.
No, that was closer.
Up everything.
That was closer to like Southern Scottish, Northern England.
Oh, great! That's wonderful. Oh, listen to Maggie Smith helps.
Anyway,
go ahead with your
Anyway,
story.
so back then, the books that when they first came out, they came out towards the end of the
really, really late 90s, super early 2000s, as in I was in 8th grade when George Bush was elected as president.
Sure, he was elected.
Yeah.
We have no evidence of that.
But I remember my first experience was my teacher reading, like, the first chapter or so of the first Harry Potter book. Yes, I did not get into it until 2 years later, because my grandmother, bless her soul, decided she was going to buy them and read them, and so I ended up reading them. In these early days, when we called smut fix lemons and used X's instead of the dashes or, the slashes to signify that characters belong together, and other things like citrus and lemon and, meter. Yeah, this is old. I know.
I haven't said anything.
Yeah, this is me talking. Talking to myself, really. But, yeah, in these days, we were all about shipping wars. It was my era of us shipping shit to hell and back. As in, I got into an argument with an adult about my shipping preferences. Shit got real, folks. Shit got
real hardcore, man. Real hardcore.
You have no idea. And the biggest ships there were, to my recollection, were the Harry and Hermione ships versus the Ron and Hermione ship. Everyone else, no one gave a shit about. It's these two mega colossal armadas going toe to toe in their reasoning of why or why not their ship was plausible. And it reached a fever pitch. I mean, this is drag out, knock out shit type fighting before the 6th and the 7th book were out. You either sided with Harmony or you sided with Ron or whatever they call themselves these days. I don't really care. But there was your number. But then there was one source that we all had at that point in time. Because not many of us had a lot of stuff then. And it was the early days of, oh my god, I have a fandom now type deal. And the only thing that we had that had any source of news or whatsoever at that point was Muggle.net, which was run by Emerson and this chick named Melissa. And these two guys were on the Ron and Hermione side. Woo! God damn, you guys have no idea the shit you missed.
Oh, dear.
I've heard the horror stories.
Yeah.
That's good enough for me.
This is some epic fighting that we had. Because you guys understand why Harmony, people who ship Ron and Hermione, got the name Delusional, right?
Because their fans was delusional.
No, not just that. This was said due to a specific interview that Muggle.net was able to wrangle with J.K. Rowling that had Emerson and Melissa interviewing her. And they were the ones that said that they're kind of delusional or something to that effect. You have no fucking clue the fallout from this shit. It was serious. Friendships were ruined over this. It was ridiculous. Because ever since that interview, that's all what the Ron and Hermione and Ron shippers always called the Harmony shippers. They called us delusional, insulted the shit out of us, ran us out of our own little forums and shit like that from public forums. That's how bad it got. And then apparently there was a truce after the Deathly Hallows. So we had an uneasy truce after Deathly Hallows came out and all the official pairings, and after that fallout, it was an uneasy truce for a few years. And this is in 2008, I believe. Isn't that when Deathly Hallows came out? 2008.
Deathly Hallows. Wait, the book or the movie?
The book. The movie.
Okay, give me a minute.
The movie is a foregone conclusion.
Yeah, basically.
But
Let me check.
Yeah.
Deathly Hallows came out in 2007.
Yeah, there we go. I'm close enough. So 2007, 2008, there's an unsteady truce between between the big ships. And for then on, it was quiet for a while until now. Rowling said that she regretted her choice. Now, me, because I'm part of the harmony side of things, I've been observing this shit from the beginning. It is fascinating to see how quick people turn on each other.
Basically, this was their reaction.
Oh my god, the reaction was ridiculous, especially on Tumblr. Like, these people are fucking insane. And I'm talking about the Ron and Hermione group. I'm not talking about the Harry and Hermione group. The Ron and Hermione group was fucking insane. Like, they started a goddamn petition to get this woman to apologize for just saying she regretted putting two characters together. They called her all this shit and called her out for all this shit she didn't address in the book because she was not asked this stuff. It was ludicrous. And while the Hurons were going all fucking ape shit and stuff, the Harmony people were like, bitches, we told you. We knew this would happen. We theorized this in the beginning when she already said that she used to have a red-headed friend that she had a crush on and didn't get with. We knew what was going on. Why y'all surprised? Well, yeah. And so now it's back to sort of the battle, but not quite. Because as far as I could tell, at least what I can tell from Tumblr, is the Hurons and the Cannon Shippers started the fight again, mostly tagging their hate and shit in our tags. And we're like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Get the fuck out of our tags.
It's just a book.
It's not just the book. Apparently, it's also because a lot of people, this book basically impacted an entire generation. Like, you have no idea how many people had this book as children, teens, and adults, actually. It really impacted how people read things, how much they enjoyed reading these type of things. And apparently, it's ride or die.
I'm so glad I wasn't part of the Harry Potter fandom.
Well, unfortunately, I was. And I was with the Harry and Hermione group. And then I kind of branched out a little because I got bored.
I just think it's amusing watching them go insane about that.
Yeah, but, I mean, think about it this way. It's like Ouran to you.
Oh, trust me, the shipping wars in Ouran does not get that bad.
Yeah, but think about it. If you're the way you are about your couples in Ouran, like canon-wise, and fanon-wise, then you should understand the way we are about our characters and about, not our characters, but about her characters in the story. Because the story drew us in, but it was the characters that made us stay because we thought of all these possibilities of things that could be. And we searched and hunted for clues and stuff in these books and passages, trying to figure out where all this came from. And a lot of people who, at least the ones I know that are on the Harmony side, they end up becoming like writing thesis papers and shit like that when they got older. They became really, really analytical, really, to be honest. And
okay, I'm scared.
Well, that's the power of books, actually, because it's the same thing with my least known fandom, which is Animorphs. A lot of people, after they've read Animorphs, some of them became very passive. A lot of them wanted to work with animals, and a lot of them ended up being more of open-minded and peaceful type people.
That is kind of cool, though. That's cool.
Yeah. So you understand that books, while it seems silly to everyone else, these books are basically our lives. It's kind of weird. It really is kind of terrifying if you think about it.
That would explain about the Twilight fangirls trying to kill other people who said it sucks.
Yeah, there are downsides to people who want to live in the books type of deal. And with Harry Potter, it was a little weird because it's kind of like it puts a new shine on things. Where, quite honestly, Rowling said that she had to stick to her plan. She couldn't deviate from the plan, even though she saw that the characters were wandering off. Particularly, she says that Hermione likes to wander off a lot, and she always has to put her back on track, which means that the story was evolving in a way she did not foresee. And that is sort of a lesson for writers, because as much as we want to stick to our plan and our outline, it doesn't always go right. Sometimes your characters know better than you do, and sometimes you have to read back and see where things are going. And that was one of Rowling's failures, is to stop and look at what she was doing and to try and divorce herself from it just a little bit to understand what would make sense, rather than what she wanted emotionally, I guess. I can't really say this better, because the idea of how she ended it was that she ended it with comparing that.
Ow, it's back.
There we go again.
Again. Poor Pampi.
Yeah, really.
Your mic is dying again.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really hate this thing out. It's ridiculous. Give me a second. I really need to get this mic. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, you do. You really do.
Yeah.
This is what I get for being poor. Do you hear me now?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, kind of.
Better?
Better, at least. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so... yeah. I really need better mic. Where was I? I forgot.
You lost me here like 20 minutes ago, so...
You were talking about the shipping.
Oh yeah, the shippings and Rawlings and her whole spiel of how she regrets everything, and why she regrets everything is because she stuck to her plot line instead of actually letting the story develop organically, and she ended up doing the thing that she regrets because she decided to go with something which was a wish fulfillment thing rather than what was more logical, because she ended up marrying the logical aspect rather than her wish fulfillment. And yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's extremely complicated.
Yeah. But basically, you Harry and Hermione fans, you guys sort of won. Consider it a victory, I guess.
Basically, as some people describe it as, Ron and Hermione may have won the game, but Harry and Hermione got the snitch. Yeah,
oh my God,
that's why us
awesome.
Harmonians are better. We got better jokes.
Oh my God, that is so... Well, it reminds me of how the Ouran fandom kind of wanted to flip a table, because the actual voice actors for Hikaru and Haruhi getting married, and everybody, I think there was a street party over that.
That was stupid, because that is completely different than the actual author, because these are voice actors. They can do whatever the fuck they want.
I know, but it was just so funny. People were like, oh yeah, it's canon now. And, you know, people who are the sane ones in the fandom just watched them. It's like, you guys, it's not the actual characters. And, you know, it's like, oh, be like, shut up, man.
Yeah.
It probably
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
the same
it's
way.
like,
It's the same way in some corners of the Harmony ships, where they ship Dan and Emma, and it's kind of like, guys, they're real people. Stop, please.
basically, in every fandom, there has to be at least one group that just makes you stand outside your fandom, shaking your head, laughing at how terrible it is.
More like just shaking my head because why?
But hey, Street Party was cool.
Still, why?
Still, it's hilarious. So basically, anytime that happens, the fans take it too far. I mean, they take it too far. They get all excited over nothing. They get worked up over nothing half the time, and just get into a fight. Friendships are ruined. Yes, start disliking people for no reason. Even though I'm guilty of this too, but mine was stupid anyway. I know it's stupid, but basically, yeah, fandom make you go crazy. You go cray.
Fandoms are insane. People are crazy. Literally, it's gotten a little out of hand, to be honest, especially with the Olympics. Jesus Christ. You have no idea the crazy shit that's sprung up.
Or the what is it? I was just thinking about. I forgot, but I was just thinking about it. It popped in my head and then it went out the window. Never mind. Ignore me. I'll remember it in a minute.
Okay.
I forgot. That's terrible.
Okay, but yeah, have you guys been following the Olympics at all recently or no?
Sort of, but it's mostly via Tumblr. I know one thing Tumblr did that is kind of fucking creepy.
What?
Some people have taken to try and ship this dude, the ice skater, Yuzuru Hanyu. He has a fandom, and some of them genuinely want to see him win gold. And then there are the other ones that are kind of really, really creepy, and it's like, please stop. Weeboos, please stop. Oh God. Don't you dare make, like, porn of this poor boy. He's 19 years old. Come on. This is just no. He's a baby.
Fangirls have issues. That's all.
Fangirls and boys
issues.
both. They're just all kind of,
Well, as I said before, beginning in time, ever since people can ship,
Yeah, pretty much.
I just pity people who are in the limelight. It's kind of scary.
Like,
I don't
know. I definitely feel bad for the athletes who have the very overzealous fans, but I can't really say anything at this point because, of course, I'm half Dutch on my mom's side, so literally, with all the speed skating events, the Dutch have been sweeping, and I am cheering along with the rest of them. And also, it's extremely amusing because the Dutch king and queen are in the stands, or they were yesterday anyway, and it's awesome watching them just cheer and jump and scream and yell along with the rest of us. Yay, royalty who actually does something. So, sorry, I grew up watching the Olympics, so this is kind of like my little childhood fun.
And I bet you the Italia fans are having a field day with
God.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
That's shit. Italia fans take shit too far sometimes, though.
Yeah, although admittedly, Italy and Germany have not been doing well at all.
Yeah, at least the U.S. is doing moderately okay.
Yeah, basically, they'll start picking up medals, I think, once some of the other events get going. The Dutch basically always sweep speed skating, so once speed skating's over, you're not going to see anything from us for the rest of the games.
Either way, aside from that.
Yeah. Okay, next shipping part. Shoujo animation.
Oh God. Wait a minute.
Where to begin?
We are off the topic of Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon is not in this. We've ripped her apart a million times.
But it's so much fun.
And Ouran's not in this because I gotta save something for next week.
Okay, well, I guess it depends on what you want to qualify with the shonen series. I mean...
I said Shoujo and...
Shoujo,
Well,
sorry.
Shoujo. And, yeah.
I admit recently I've only been watching shonen series, so I can't really talk here.
Oh, I hug you. That's so cute. We can actually include shonen.
Well, really the biggest one that I've been following, and mostly just reading the manga because the English hasn't caught up at all, is Fairy Tail.
I haven't seen Fairy
I
Tail.
didn't watch it.
It's fun. I enjoy it, mostly because it reminds me of the good old days when I was watching endless episodes of Dragon Ball Z. Except there's no power-up episodes, thank God. Like, the arcs move very, very quickly, which I love. I have to say, I think my main ship there is Natsu and Lasana. Because they're cute. Like, Natsu's, like, the crazy, over-the-top action hero. But I love the fact that he starts off as, like, utterly and totally crazy, and you're just like, oh, God, this guy's gonna be your typical shonen hero. No, he does have a lot of depth to his character, which is really nice. Like, you see him calm down, you see him get pissed. He's not just happy-go-lucky, I'm gonna punch something all the time.
So he's an anti-Goku.
Yeah, totally. I admit, Gray and Juvia is really funny, mostly because Juvia's totally like his stalker, but I feel like if he figured out that she likes him, that could be really cute, but mostly because I just think she's hilarious as a character, and she's so badass too, but she never gets a chance to show it. And then, of course, there's Urza, rather. I always want to call her Ezra. Sorry, I'm dyslexic. No, Urza, who's easily the most badass character in the entire series. Like, seriously, she will punch you through a wall, and she's totally fine with it. Like, oh my God. Like, she's kind of like she can be maternal when she wants to be, but she will crush you against her armor. Like, just basically, you have to check out the series, because I'm not doing it anywhere near enough justice, but it's a lot of fun. Okay, back to Shoujo series. The only one coming to mind offhand is Monica Magica, because, of course, I'm obsessed with the show.
I can tell.
I really don't watch that much manga or read that much anime, to be completely honest. I watch other things, or read, like, I've just started reading Game of Thrones, so that's gonna keep me busy for a while. So yeah, with Madoka Magica, obviously, Homura and Madoka I love, but my personal favorite actually is Kyoko and Sayaka. I don't know why. I think just the contrast that the two of them have is so cool, but it's nice when you realize just how similar they are. Because both of them, okay, spoilers here, both of them made completely selfless wishes. And Kyoko is basically the aftermath of that, like just showing how it will totally screw you over, pretty much. And how she acts like a total bitch, but once episode 7, episode 8, like you realize, okay, no, she's really not that bitchy. She's just broken, basically, and she doesn't want to see anyone else make the same mistake she did, which I really appreciate. And I don't know, Sayaka's kind of like your quintessential magical girl hero here, I think, but it's basically what would happen if said magical girl hero got utterly and totally broken down. And also, I love her theme, so there's that. I don't know, I feel like she was a lot better in the Japanese than in the dub, though. Like, her voice actress was, I don't know, I feel like her voice actress for the English just didn't quite hit it for me.
I didn't watch the dub, so I got nothing for you on that one.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Like, she just kind of sounded too stereotypical anime. I don't know.
I thought maybe that's the point of her. Like,
maybe.
Did sound that way, I guess.
Yeah, like, I guess it does kind of make sense that way. I don't know, but just basically with Sayaka and Kyoko's relationship, like, I don't know, it works. Like, it feels realistic that those two would get along well if they were real people. So I appreciate that.
Yay.
And then I watched Sword Art Online, the dub, which brought back most of the Monica Magica cast.
Lovely.
And basically playing their archetypes from that show, too. So I found that utterly hilarious. I'm like, oh, okay, so you're pink-haired Sayaka. And because the first episode, I'm like, okay, that sounds like hey, she kind of looks like Monica. Oh my god, it's the same voice actress. Oh my god, it's the same character. Woohoo!
It usually is. Some animes like doing homages for other ones that they liked.
I think that was just a Funimation thing, to be completely honest.
Well, yeah, voice actors.
Yeah, I think the light novels from Sword Art Online actually did predate Monica Magica, so I'm not sure. Let me look that up.
Who came first, the chicken or the egg?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
So, yeah, someone else carry on while I look this up.
Well?
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, me and magical girl stuff.
Well, it doesn't have to be magical girl. It could be also a slice of life, or that sort of thing.
There was one I did like. I'm trying to remember the name of it, but it had to do with a chubby girl and this dude who's drop dead gorgeous, but he really loves chubby women, and it was a fetish for him. But eventually, the fact that in the story, as it goes along, he starts to get to know her as a person. And that's what I liked a lot about that. It went from fetishizing to actual interaction. And it's actually very cute. A very cute manga. If I remember the name of it, I will tell you. But I don't. Because this is all off the top of my head.
No worries.
Oh, I love you.
But for me, with Madoka, I have my own little ships. But that's because I'm sort of influenced by art.
Gotcha. Oh, and I looked it up. Sword Art Online predates Madoka Magica by 2 years.
There you go.
Oh, God, she did research.
No, I was honestly just curious.
Yeah.
But, okay, what's your Madoka Magica ships then, Vampy?
Oh, it's pretty much kind of normal, to be honest. I kind of am sort of a fan of the Kyo, but of the Kyo and Sakia. God
damn it. Kyoko or Kyosuke?
Kyoko.
Okay, yeah, Kyoko and Sayaka.
Yeah, Kyoko and Sayaka. And, of course, Monica and Harmu, but, I kind of like what happened in Rebellion. That was actually nice. I loved the ending of that one. I loved what Harmu did, and a lot of people don't like it, but I'm just like, dude, that's amazingly twisted, because it is an interesting take on what love can do when you just fuck it up to hell and back, and it's nice. That's just me. I like sort of twisted stories. Other magical girl stuff, for the most part, I usually go with canon, but sometimes I don't. It's kind of rare with magical girl shows that I don't go with canon, unless I'm bored.
And that doesn't happen often.
Oh God, does it happen all the time?
I said it doesn't.
Let's see, what other magical girl shows did I watch lately that I'm just kind of like, you know, they wouldn't be too bad if they got together. Honestly, I can't think of many. It's really terrible. Aside.
Fine, Vampy, you can say Solar Moon, since you're itching to say it.
God.
Here we go.
You know how hard it is?
Here we go.
Aside from Utena, but that's a given.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention Utena. Damn it.
Yeah. I mentioned Utena. Go ahead with Utena. We can save Sailor Moon for a second later.
Okay. Oh God. Okay. Obviously. I shipped Utena and Anthe hard. Okay.
We all do.
Well, that's a given.
Well, a lot of
especially since I'd watched stuff from the movie first. Because I watched a review from it. I'm like, oh, okay.
What's this?
Anthe wanted to get into Utena's pants badly.
Yes, she did.
Oh God, did she?
Yeah. But another one...
For the victor.
I actually... I don't know. I know a lot of people really did not like Shiori. I can understand it for the movie, because movie Shiori was just like, holy hell, there is nothing redeeming about this chick.
Yeah, movie Shiori.
Yeah, but in the show proper, though, I actually found Shiori to be rather sympathetic. I mean, I can understand why she did what she did, because basically, like, if she was so much in denial about what she felt for Juri, then she would go out of her way to try and screw Juri over to make sure that, hey, just get away from me, because otherwise I'm just going to end up having to hurt you more because I can't understand my feelings. It makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
So that's why, like, I do like Juri and Shiori as a couple, because I'm just like, okay, you guys clearly have a good relationship, especially with how Juri treated her, even after all the shit that Shiori put her through. I'm just like, oh, okay, you really do care.
Indeed. It's like,
And then I also thought that Juri and Utena would be a totally badass couple, because it's basically it's a fighter couple. We take shit from no one. But that's just
real. Let's see, who else? I guess from Damn, it's really sad. I can't really think of... Oh, yeah. An anime I did watch, but it's not Shoujo.
You okay there?
It's, called Nighthead Genesis, and it's really a fucked up anime. Not as fucked up as Utena, of course, but it's more of a... I want to keep watching, but I'm kind of bored, but it's kind of interesting. But it has these two brothers, and as much as I'm usually not with this whole incest pairings, dude, y'all a little too close for brothers. Really close.
Oh my, okay.
But then again, it's kind of like how I am with what was it? Angel Sanctuary, which admittedly built its whole entire premise starting with an illicit brother-sister type deal.
Gotcha.
But that is a very long story and kind of convoluted, and
there she goes.
And? Oh, dear.
God. Vampy's is not having any luck tonight, is she?
Oh, edit. I know. Poor thing, I hugged her.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, while we wait for her to go back, Pi, do you have anything you want to add to the shipping wars? Oh, okay. She's back.
Yeah, she's back. Yeah, go ahead.
What? Oh, no. Only other show I've seen is Voltron.
Go ahead.
Voltron Force, the remake. Oh my fucking god. There is so much UST in that show. I am done. And it's particularly between Keith, the princess, I forgot her name, and Lance. I'm just waiting for those three just to go fuck in the closet at this point, because they're going back and forth, and it's kind of driving me crazy. And then there is I forgot his name. is it Chip? I don't know. I don't know if it's Chip or not. I can't remember. But it's Hunk. Yes, his name is Hunk. The guy that drives the yellow lion, his name is freaking Hunk.
Oh my god.
And he is indeed hunky.
Guess his parents didn't give much thought into his name.
Nope.
Oh man, he lives up to his name at the very least. He lives up to his name. Like wow, nice and thick there, son. Pidge, that's so the guy's name. Pidge and Hunk are kind of like, it's like if I'm pairing off Keith, Lance, and Allura together, you two should go to a closet or something, because you're a bit sweet together, just saying. And then there are the cadets, Daniel, Vince, and Larmina. And they're like something unto themselves. It's obvious in the canon storyline that Daniel and Larmina have this little crush thing going on, but I'm just kind of like, why only you two? Let's make it all three of you. It's like a cute little toy ship, really. Though I've been shipping totally Daniel and Vince together because it's kind of like, you guys started out in the academy together. And it's kind of, and it's cute. It's kind of like, oh, you started out in the academy and you both ran away together to be part of Voltron. How cute. You risked your lives and could have been killed because Wade is an asshole. How cute. So there's that. And of course, if you want to go back to like magical girl shows, Winx Club, it qualifies.
Yeah, it does.
Not anime, but it qualifies as one.
I guess, yeah.
Qualifies in my book. It's anime-esque.
Oh,
yeah,
wonderful. I love how my stuff goes in and out.
We spank you.
In and out.
I gotta remember Miss Who isn't on, so Miss Who isn't on, she would usually retort with something else.
Yeah.
Well, I'm done.
Well, let's see.
That means it's your
My
turn.
shipping?
Hi.
I know you guys are evil. I guess they didn't me for last because. Quiet, June.
Sorry.
Oh well, my shipping magical girl wise is, since that's the only thing I usually watch, Pre-Tier, Hamino, and Sasame. My reasoning? Sasame was pretty nice to Hamino, and honestly, he actually did have a thing for her. It was implied in the manga, and it was hinted at in the anime. A little bit. Not a lot, but it was hinted at it. But, she went after, Hayate. She ended up falling for Hayate, so, yeah. Thanks a lot, blue-haired bitch shonen jerk. Anyways, poor Sasame married the villain girl, but he could have done better.
I don't know. I kind of like the
But I don't. And shonen-wise, I'm probably going to get a lot of flames for this. Goku and Bulma.
I can see it.
Basically, it was implied. I mean, come on, even though she was older than he was, I mean, Goku and Bulma have been through a lot.
Oh, yes.
The only reason he got with Chi-Chi is because I think she tricked him.
I don't think so.
When they were kids, I really do. Goku didn't know what marriage meant. He was a kid. So he got tricked. Wow, that's all. Other ship, I'm steering clear away from Ouran right now, because I don't have any ships in there. Shush! I didn't ship anyone in Ouran, okay? Who?
Well,
Oh, God, she
only
disappeared
OC.
again. Exactly. We'll discuss that in the next episode.
Yeah, and then I can unveil my ships for Ouran.
I will kill you. Anyways, I'm leaving Ouran for next week, but Solar Moon wise, Usagi-chan and Matoki. I don't know why. I have no clue why. I just thought they were cute together.
What?
Yeah, Usagi and Matoki. And I know this is purely in my wild fangirl mind. Minako and Umino.
What?
I know. Like, bat an eyelash when I mentioned Seiya and Umino, but you want to go with Minako and Umino?
Hey, they can work.
Okay.
Hey, you blame a fanfiction author on the old Meatball Head Moon page. They made it work. It was beautiful. And video game wise, Luigi and Daisy, because it's canon.
Nice.
And Mario and Rosalina, because Peach don't deserve him.
I kind of feel bad for Peach. I mean, in the Power magazine, Nintendo Power, she was badass. Like, she saved the day. She even saved them. She was cool. But the gaming in the comics didn't align. Why?
She's always in another castle. I think Mario would have got sick of saving her if there wasn't a promise of cake. Just saying, how can somebody that big say that big cake? So yeah, basically those are my ships. Take them or leave them. Oh. And just for shits and giggles, SpongeBob and Patrick. There.
What?
Okay then.
I said that was just for shits and giggles.
SpongeBob and Patrick?
Mm-hmm.
Sadly, I can see this.
Oh dear God, what have I
Well,
done?
it's not you, it's actually the show itself. It already lends itself to it. Not to mention, Patrick and SpongeBob have always been the same. Plus that episode where they raised a tiny baby clam together kind of sets it off, you know?
I was just playing.
You do realize there's fan fiction of that and of Squidward, right?
Of course there is.
Yes, I know, because DA is full of it, and fanfiction.net is, and I'm going to my corner now.
Hey.
Mommy, make it stop. Make it stop, Mommy.
Hey, whose fault is that? Whose fault?
Oh, and my new favorite shipping is Daisy and Mickey.
Oh, come here, Daisy. But what about Donald? No, forget about him. I got some ears. I got cheese. Well, I kind of need a new dress. And, oh, girl, come in here.
Oh my God.
What have we done?
What are you doing? Oh, shut up, bitch. Go get me more cheese. Come on, Dave.
All right. Oh.
Oh
God, they're doing an entire speech just on.
Next part, Kataang versus Zutara. Aang x Katara versus Zuko x Katara.
Oh, Jesus.
Did you go back to 2006 with this?
Hey, you suggested it in the earlier podcast. I was a witness.
This is true.
And I told you we'd do it one day.
Okay.
Okay.
Which sides are you on? So we know which one, right?
I like Zuko with Katara.
Okay. I understand why they went Aang and Katara, but Zuko and Katara had way better chemistry. I'm sorry. Like, Aang was basically just the little kid. Zuko and Katara had a lot more in common and just generally acted better around each other, like, romantically. I don't know. That's...
Yeah, I have to agree with my lovely co-hostess. Totally Katara and Zuko, which is kind of the same reason why I went with Harry and Hermione too in those days. Is they got something together. There's something there. Not to mention Katara's mothering with Aang was kind of, well, she was mommy or big sister to Aang. And to have it revealed that they're supposed to get together is a little ew.
They're promoting incest.
Yeah. Well, then again, these are the same people that turn Uranus and Neptune into cousins. So,
great job, America. Great job.
Gotta have them incest inbred babies. It's like, I understand the reason for this, but oh my god, why?
Well, it's America, and I mean, look what Canada attacked us with the worst possible thing. Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, yeah. Can we sue Canada for, like, trying to kill folk with beaver?
Well, we attacked them back with Rebecca Black.
True, but we have to go and get rid of other little things.
But basically, yeah, Aang and Katara does not work.
I mean, look at what happened afterwards in Legend of Korra.
He's dead.
It's not just that. Look at how they raised their children too.
Yeah, basically, Aang grew up to be a dick. Enough said.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of understand why, because he had no real father figure because he was raised by the monks. But still, you'd think, with the way he was characterized, that he would have been a good dad. And especially with how motherly Katara is.
Not only that, even if he didn't have a father, there are a lot of monks. They're usually all men. They can still offer that father figure the advice type deal. The only thing God. It's like a train wreck. Just watching a train wreck, you want to stop it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think Zuko made a way better father.
Except for naming his child Honor so he could get his honor back.
See, there's no proof of that. I have yet to find proof of that.
There is no actual proof of that, to be honest.
I'm Google searching it now.
Go ahead, try it, but there's no actual proof of that. See, Zuko, I think, would have been better. Him and Katara would have made a much better pair of parents. Because, I mean, I get that Legend of Korra was supposed to try and show that they're human and blah, 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 bullshit. But, God, everything in that entire season was just sad. It was sad because they didn't have as many people working on it, so you didn't get as many ideas being pushed around together, and it just got worse. Especially when they came to those three. And I was like, oh my god, what the hell did Aang do to these kids? Because while he admittedly understands he's trying to train Tenzin, he basically alienated his other two children, and then the one non-bender is the one that's the odd man out because he's the oldest. Therefore, he has more pressure, but yet not anymore because of him not being a bender at all. Disappointed his parents right off the fucking bat.
Yep.
So it's like, Aang, you're a terrible father. You should not father children. I'm just saying. I'm sorry. You should
not be allowed to reproduce.
Huh?
He should not be allowed to reproduce, basically.
Yeah. Honestly, the only things he should raise is animals, to be honest. I hate saying it, but it's true. He shouldn't have had kids. He really, really shouldn't have. I'm not saying people who are orphans can't raise kids, but him in particular should never raise kids. Him in particular. Just him.
Uh-huh.
Now, she did great. I mean, hell, I don't know who her partner was, but she did damn well for herself. So it's kind of like, yeah, Toph. So
I'm kind of sad that not Zuko, Sokka died. Poor Sokka.
You know what? It makes sense. I mean, basically the only ones out of the original Team Avatar that are still alive, as far as I'm aware, are Katara and Zuko.
Our ship.
So, yeah, I know, right?
Maybe. Now, this is a dumb theory, but maybe Katara goes to the Fire Nation and has a little yum time with Zuko?
I think she's a bit old for that, don't you? And also, Zuko's wandering the world, so...
You never know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, true. Yeah, but I mean, I do like the fact that they have most of the original Team Avatar as either dead or out of the picture because they wanted to focus more on Korra's story. Now then, about said story, whether or not you agree it was good or not, we'll leave that up to you. We have our own opinions here.
Yeah.
I wish they would have brought back the writers from Avatar, because they knew how to tell a story. I mean, the last few episodes of Book 2 were awesome. Minus the Godzilla fight, but that's another story.
I don't know, I kind of wanted to laugh with the Godzilla fight.
Oh no, I was laughing my ass off at the Godzilla fight, but just like...
Godzilla!
Godzilla!
We must flee the city!
Literally.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, it was funny, yes, but I don't think that was necessary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Basically, I think the writers killed off everyone except for Katara and Zuko on purpose. I really do, because the fans probably would have had a field day finding out that they were the only two alive.
Either way, I don't know. The whole journey, there's other things to Avatar as well, like the comics for them, which I haven't read. Mm-hmm. But apparently it details more about Zuko's mom and what happened to Azula or things like that.
Yeah, I read it. Of course, they don't answer too much. It's kind of just more like general backstory stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It didn't really do it for me. Not gonna lie.
I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people kind of felt like that, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, they don't really have a grasp on how to write women.
They really don't.
They need to hire, women.
The day they hire women writers is the day Seth MacFarlane hire women writers, but hell hasn't frozen over yet.
It depends on the shows, you guys. There's a lot of female writers around. It's just...
Well, I know there's a lot of female writers around, but I'm saying that Avatar: The Last Airbender had more female writers on their roster, while Legend of Korra, not or at all. I'm not quite sure who wrote what.
Let me look.
For the most part, I think it was mostly Ryan and that other guy, and maybe one other dude.
I guess they want to cut out the romance and just slap it in there whenever
I
they could.
wish they had cut out the romance, because they can't write romance. They really can't, so they really shouldn't. Even Katara and Aang's romance was more believable.
Yeah.
And honestly, you have to have a certain je ne sais quoi to write romance.
Yeah. Okay, Legend of Korra did not have any female writing staff.
That's what I thought. So, now why? Now we know why Legend of Korra kind of sucks at the whole female writer thing.
Yeah, and, okay, honestly, with Korra Asami, all the way.
Of course. Korra and Asami are the only things that make sense in that entire thing. Everyone else, go away.
Yeah, it's
No,
just like
literally.
it made sense.
Seriously, if there's going to be gay characters on that show, it's Korra and Asami.
Because
Oh,
Korra
dear.
Mako made no sense. Korra Bolin could have worked if they pursued it. They didn't. And then Bolin's characterization went down the toilet. So, dude, Korra Asami really got the short end of the stick in that series, though.
I know. Asami, I always feel like they always just, like, want to just abuse Asami for no reason.
Basically.
People got issues.
Because apparently, according to them, how they write Korra is how they would write a dude that just has boobs and a vagina.
No, we're not talking about you, girl. Sit down.
What are you talking about?
Well, you made a joke like that. I just had to toss that in.
I'm trying to understand, but
Pearl Sitsuji, Black Butler, Grail.
Oh, Grell. Yeah.
Yeah, Grail. Oh, that's another parent got shit. Grail and Sebastian. Anyways, that's the Legend of Korra.
Yeah, back to Legend of Korra and how they are terrible at writing women. There are no women writers.
Maybe Nickelodeon just, because remember Nickelodeon had it, they fired all the female, or moved the female writers to write Sam and Cat.
Damn it, what?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, I think I've heard of it, but I'm not quite sure.
It's basically the chick from Victorious and the chick from iCarly in a sitcom together.
Though. I mean, what is wrong with these executives that are still adhering to the old boy standard that need to be gone and thrown into the Atlantic Ocean with cement shoes?
They've been smoking and sipping on that syrup.
Basically.
Or cocaine.
Oh, why did you have to bring that up? Now I don't got my Dr. Rocks or the Rock and Roll Clown sound clip on me. Dang.
I'll just leave you alone with that. Forever.
Whatever.
I'm actually trying to be good here. I didn't mention my Sailor Moon ships. You should be thanking me.
Hey, I gave you the floor. You could have did it.
Yeah, but my mic was messing up anyway. Besides, it would have taken forever. You know how long this ship list is. It is long.
Well, we're not. Well, at least it wasn't like last week where we had a really short podcast.
Yeah, that's true. But we went through 3 days. Jesus Christ.
Hey, we had a lot of ground to cover.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We don't have a lot of ground to cover here either. But yeah, back to Legend of Korra. I always come back to here. Legend of Korra ship. Mako in his hand, Bolin in his hand. Yeah.
Bolin in his hand? Did I hear you right?
I said them in their hand. Haven't you heard Pink's song, You in Your Hand?
Yes, I've just, and they wonder why all mecha pilots are male, are always the left arm in a mecha. Wait a minute, let me see.
What?
I hate you.
What?
I hate you now.
For what? What did I do?
Because you said you shipped them in their hands, and I mentioned about the mecha pilots, and now I am looking this up now to see which mecha pilots were the left arms on a mecha that joined together.
I'm just gonna let you alone with this, and think about that nice anime from Michiko Yuhachi. If that actually makes more sense.
Oh dear God, I was right. Anyways, but Yeah, Legend of Korra was a mess. It really was.
Hot mess.
Uh-huh. And it's just, I think that's why they took so long to bring it back, too, because everybody realized it was bad.
Well, it has one more book left.
2 more.
Wait, is it on 3?
Oh, yeah, that's right, 2 more.
Yeah.
What if they're going to continue it after this?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Well, I mean, if Korra's getting such either low ratings or medium ratings, it's kind of like,
I could probably look up the ratings.
Anyway, my brain is somewhere.
Yeah, the ratings dropped.
It's because of the writing. It has nothing to do with the characters, to be honest. It has everything to do with the writing. But because they're thinking it's the characters and the female lead can't do as well, is really kind of sad. It's like, this wouldn't happen if you had the old writing guys together instead of this egomaniac and his friend.
Pretty much.
And I honestly think that they just tried to ride the Avatar train for all it's worth. I mean, it was on the they tried to redeem themselves after that M. Night Shyamalan fiasco.
Let me put it this way.
We don't discuss that.
Yeah. Plus, Legend of Korra is way better than that bullshit.
Yeah.
By miles. Like, oh my god.
It's,
Not to mention, it was also competing with DC's Block before they canceled all the good shows.
Indeed.
And, well, I guess people are just trying to milk things for all they're worth. I mean, recently we found out about the Sonic...
Yeah, I saw it.
Sonic Boom.
I saw the trailer for it. I am going to say something, and you're going to hate me for it.
What?
It's not that bad.
Okay.
I haven't seen the trailer yet, so I can't really comment here. I just saw the designs and
The designs are
working out.
The designs are hideous, but from what I've seen, it's not entirely too bad. I mean, sure, it's jumping on the CGI train, and I'm like, here we go again. CGI. You're gonna wear out your welcome real fast.
And I've seen that. I've seen part of the way they were doing the TV show. I mean, it was funny, but yeah, the voice acting makes me cringe.
Well, it's not
because they didn't use anyone from the game. Well, no, yes they did. They used them for Knuckles, but that's it.
Who, Steve? Urkel?
No. The original voice cast from the video games. The current video games. There's only one cast member from the current video games who's actually in the series.
Yeah, they need to hire Steve Urkel.
No, they don't.
I liked him. Shush.
Do you want he who shall not be named to come out of his cave screaming a 5-letter word?
Yeah. I can't remember the guy's name as an actor, his actual name. I can only remember and reference him by the character he played. So, what did you think would happen? Besides, he did Sonic's voice before anyway.
Yeah, but still.
I liked him as the voice actor for Sonic because it worked. And because how many black voice actors can you name?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wait, there is a lot of them. Depending
now
on,
there are.
Yeah. Yeah, before now. Anyways, yeah. Oh! What's the next thing?
Anime endings that piss you off.
Neo Genesis Evangelion's ending there.
What?
Oh, and Solar Stars. The ending of Neo Genesis Evangelion.
Evangelion's just its own hot mess, okay?
Evangelion is actually apparently supposed to be a satire. here's the thing. Evangelion, according to one of the interviews with the director, was actually supposed to be one of the biggest thumbs up to, well, not thumbs up, but middle finger to the fandom. Literally. He made it that way because he wants you to be pissed off. He found the fanboys who like the whole lifeless fuck doll type of character to be creepy as shit. That's why Rey is like that. It's basically supposed to show you, hey, this isn't okay. This is pretty fucking creepy. And Shinji is actually supposed to be a representation of those people that basically started shunning socialization with actual people again, but is too cowardly to do anything about himself. Same thing with Misato, and it's crammed full with all the usual archetypes. However, because of the usual archetype and supposed haremness of it, he pretty much flipped the script, especially when he added in, what's his name? Crap, I can't remember his name. It's sad. The male pilot, that's also supposed to be a representation of Adam.
I don't know.
He has gray hair.
Gray hair dude. I forgot his name, and I got the Angelic Days manga.
You see what I mean, though, right? Because it's all actually designed to piss off his fandom. Because it's actually supposed to be him working out his own shit, and you see it across the screen. He didn't actually know what was going to happen to these characters. However, he did know he wanted to express something. So that's why Evangelion is the hot mess that it is, because it has multiple layers of different things, and him also working out his own shit.
He was a douche.
Yeah, and he didn't give a shit. It's supposed to piss you off. That's the point of it. And even though he wanted to piss off the whole fanboy and all that other shit thing, it ironically became an iconic thing. It's really weird. Like, he was trying for one thing and got something else completely different. And he doesn't give a shit.
Dude got issues.
Well, of course, remember, he had a mental breakdown and was admitted to an asylum.
I would too after all that I wrote.
Well, he was also going through deep depression and mental issues. I mean, some things we also need to take in consideration when we think about these endings.
And I did say Silver Stars.
Yeah, Silver Stars was disappointing as shit. The anime.
The manga was fine.
But the anime was disappointing as shit.
I guess Naoko's animators were like, just threw their hands up, they were like, screw it, we're just gonna end it that way.
Because the artwork for Stars it's like, for Supers to Stars, it was varying between, hey, this is really, really pretty, to, oh my god, were you guys drunk?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is with these faces? What is with these noses? And what the hell is with those wings? Either draw them or don't draw them at all.
Oh yeah, and her wings could knock down. One did actually knock down a stack of
Well,
dishes.
yeah, that was supposed to be a joke. But her wings, the way they're designed, in how they're drawn, they're not consistent. They either look like cardboard cutouts or they look very pointy. And then she herself also looked between having a normal nose to, hi, I am Zutara nose.
Basically, she couldn't even fly with her wings like she could in the manga.
No, she couldn't. She was basically completely pointless.
Basically, she was a walking target.
Yeah.
Oh my god, why did I just think of that?
Not only that, anime stars bother me so much.
Well, we can pray that when it comes out in July, they'll do better. They owe us.
Jesus, I hope it'll at least be good art.
And maybe by sometime this month we'll actually have confirmation screenshots, animation, or something.
We hope. What do you think? What do you think, Guy?
I got nothing.
Oh yeah, you didn't see stars, did you?
No.
Consider yourself sort of lucky. I mean, some of it is good, but oh my god, it was the pointless piece of shit I've ever seen in my life.
It makes you want to jump through your TV screen and strangle someone.
Some people love stars, but people like me, we're just disappointed as hell. Especially with the added pointless romance to it. And I'm not even talking about Seiya and Usagi. I'm talking about Luna and Yaten. That was pointless as shit. What was the point of that? She had an entire fucking movie dedicated to her crush on another person. What?
Wait a minute. Wait. Back it up. Stop the track. Restart it. Wait. She had an actual movie dedicated to herself for falling in, dedicated to her falling in love with some dude?
Yeah, Hearts and Ice.
That's Luna.
Yeah.
I thought you meant Mina. I thought you said Mina.
Yeah, that's
No, not Minako. Minako ain't never gonna get no damn movie. What are you talking about?
Well, she will. She is sort. You know what? Don't make me call out Ghetto Venus, because I will.
Do it. Do it.
No.
Ghetto Venus is gonna come out.
Then my brain will automatically go, don't make me beat your ass and tie you up and just try to re-educate you.
I love you guys.
We'll save Ghetto Venus, and oh my god, I got a brilliant idea.
What?
You guys have heard it first here. The Adventures of Ghetto Venus may happen on this podcast.
Oh, yes. God. Great moon save me. This is going to be a trying time for me.
Oh, come on. It'll be fun.
Ugh.
It's either Ghetto Venus or Gangsta Moon.
I don't know which is worse.
Remember, Gangsta Moon went on the killing spree in Crystal Tokyo.
Still, I don't know which one's worse.
But hey, Ghetto Venus will be fun.
As long as I get to do Mickey Mouse, I don't care.
Of course.
She'll be my bitch too. I'll go treat you like you should.
I give up. I give up on life.
What happened?
No, it's just I don't know.
Oh, we hug you. We love you. Come to the weird side.
It's like entertaining and doing.
I think you broke her.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go into my little corner and play music and forget this all ever happened.
Oh, we hug you.
Oh, I love you. Come work for Disney.
Baby, I'm gonna kill you.
Nobody killed Vampy like us now.
Oh God.
Oh, don't worry. Guess not kill anything. What is this?
Okay.
Kill you both.
Okay. Do anybody else have any anime endings that tick them all?
Let me get my breath back first.
All right.
Oh geez. Again, I don't watch too much anime. I'm ashamed to say. Really, the only one that I can think of that distinctly bugged the shit out of me was Claymore. I understand.
Oh my god,
I haven't seen it, but I don't care.
I think you'd really like it, Vampy, to be totally honest. With Claymore, they basically pulled a typical thing where the manga wasn't coming out as quickly as the anime was, so they just decided to end the anime instead of going on hiatus, which I appreciate them for not putting in filler arcs, but oh my god, that last battle was just so much no.
Mm-hmm.
So much no. Seriously, they completely just threw the character of Claire and Priscilla, just totally threw it out the window.
Who needs characterization?
Basically. Like, it's just, they fucked it up so badly. And that is the entire, the Ghosts of the North, I think that's what the arc's called. Oh my god, that is such a good arc. Literally, it's my favorite story arc out of the entire series, and Claymore's on, God, at least, I want to say it's coming close to like 200 chapters. I'm not 100% sure. Let me check. Yeah, it's on, as of right now, it's on chapter 147. Ongoing. I know it's getting close to closing, so, because right now it's freaking epic. Seriously, check this manga out if you get a chance. The anime itself is good too, minus the ending. Guaranteed you will all think that Rocky is a whining little bitch. I am right there with you. I promise he gets better after the time skip, which of course is not shown in the anime. So once you finish watching the anime, go read the manga. It's so much better. But literally that ending, I'm like, ugh, just, god damn it, why did you fuck it up so much? Another one that I hated until the manga finished, and then I liked the anime ending better, Soul Eater. just Soul Eater. I love the style of the show. It's a really interesting art style that I definitely had a lot of fun watching because it reminded me of like the old wacky. It reminded me a bit of Who's Framed Roger Rabbit, actually. I don't know why, but it does. I think just because it's just like totally out there. Great voice acting. Again, good job Funimation there. Just the ending itself, I thought was kind of cool because they actually managed to spread out that final boss fight, more or less, and they did a good job with it. But, of course, they ended it while the manga was still ongoing. Unfortunately, I personally feel that after the Book of Avon arc, this show just went to crap. The manga, like, it went downhill and kind of just hit a hole and stayed there.
And then like everything that's too long.
Yeah, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there was a lot they could have done with it, and I still feel like that last chapter was just a trolling chapter, and they just haven't released the actual one yet because it's just like, what just happened? What?
It could be worse.
Oh really? How? It's bad. It's pretty freaking bad.
It could be Attack on Titan.
Okay, Attack on Titan I kind of have to reserve judgment on at this point. It's, again, a show that's going on for way too long.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, I don't know, it has a lot of interesting plot points, and I like the way they're executed. It's just like, okay guys, let's speed things up here a little bit, please and thank you.
Attack on Titan, I tried, but I could not get into it. The main character, Aang, whatever the fuck his boring ass name is, it was so boring to me that I couldn't do it. I gave up.
Yeah, no, I agree. Pretty much the only two most interesting characters in that series for me are Mikasa and Annie. Those are my two favorites.
Those are two only ones that are interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm waiting until people stop raving about it.
Yeah, like they did Naruto and Bleach. Jesus Christ, it took stuff.
Naruto, Bleach, Full Metal Alchemist.
Well, Full Metal Alchemist kind of deserves its praise because, for me, there's actually not a bad version of it. Literally, even the dubbed version of it was good. So it's kind of like there's nothing bad to that. However, Bleach and Naruto, oh my fucking god. Really.
Oh, and One Piece too. One Piece.
Yeah. I admit I have not seen Bleach.
Wow.
Mostly because
you're, like, alone on that.
I'm aware. There's a reason, though. I've heard just so much about it that I'm just like, I feel like I don't need to see this now. And I honestly was not interested in the premise. I watched Naruto up until a point. I think, like, once Orochimaru was introduced was when I stopped watching, just because I got bored as hell.
Yeah, I can understand.
At least you're not gullible like my one friend. That I tricked them. It was evil.
What did you do?
Well, they asked me, had I seen Bleach, and I was like, yeah. And it was like, what's this about? I said, it's an anime about a bleach on a quest to get used in laundry. It was bleach.
How would you do that? That's awesome. It's terrible. You're a horrible
It was
person.
What are you talking about, Andy?
Well, it was fun.
Damn.
I mean, the person that I told this to, dude was carrying a backpack with Ichigo Kurosaki on it. So yeah.
Gotcha.
Well,
Okay.
you need to go say some Hail Marys for that shit. But yeah, when I watched, but yeah, because older generation. I'm joking, guys. But when I got into Bleach and Naruto, it's because they were just now coming on TV. Like, I haven't heard of them before then. And then I got super bored and started looking the damn thing up. So I ended up actually spending too much time on this shit. I really. And the furthest I have gone with Bleach was at least until Ichigo lost his powers again. So it's after the Spada thing, and after 1 or 2, 3 movies. And for Naruto, it took at least 1 movie and somewhere before, somewhere around there when Killer B was introduced and after he was introduced, somewhere about, like, I don't know, Sasuke becoming good again or some shit like that. Good God.
Naruto.
I stopped. It was too long. I gave up. I got tired. You're too long. And here's my perfect ending. My perfect ending for Naruto. And no one agrees with me on this. But my perfect ending is for neither Sasuke or Naruto to have any kids, but to kill each other in battle. That's it. End of Naruto.
Naruto, if you believe Sasuke, he's really cool. Sakura the beautiful. Naruto. That's actually the German opening.
Oh my God.
And it's not terrible.
Because,
Okay.
Okay. But with shipping wise in Naruto, I only do 1 shipping. 1.
Oh dear God.
Team
Here
7.
it comes.
That's it. Team 7. That's it. Screw let's do the Sakura and Naruto shit. Fuck that shit. All that shit.
If we get flamed by Naruto fans, I blame you.
No. I actually was reading a fan fiction that started out with Naruto and Sasuke because at that point in time I was totally into the guy on guy shit. So
What's changed? You still are.
yeah, that too. But I've calmed down considerably. I call myself more mature now. Somewhat. And
So if I show you a picture of Helios and Mamoru and Fiore in a threesome, you won't squeal like a little fangirl?
yeah, not loudly. Why? It's right.
That's why I call bullshit on that.
But as I was saying, but with Team 7 type deal, I got into that because someone started out with Sasuke and Naruto, and it evolved into another story they wrote that was way more interesting. And it evolved into a Team 7 deal with Sasuke, Naruto, and Sakura. And I was like, you know what? This is perfect. I like this. This is nice. fuck everything else. And this is what happens to me.
It's okay. Once I stopped watching Naruto, I kept getting updates from my friends, and I just listened as it just sank more and more and more into just shit.
Yeah, he just needs to stop. He really does. I just want him just to end it with Naruto and Sasuke killing each other. Sakura living is, I can give or take. But let those two kill each other and just end it all. Done. No happily ever after. Fuck that shit. You're men. You're supposed to be nitty and gritty. I'm joking. I'm joking, though. I mean, even the girl stories end in death.
Yeah. Okay. So, another anime that just ended badly. I think because it may have gotten canceled over in Japan, which is why we never saw the rest of it. Dead Man Wonderland.
Oh, yeah.
I can actually look it up and see if they canceled it.
It looks like it did because it only has 12 episodes, and looking at the synopsis of the last episode, it's basically, it's not even like halfway through the manga, and this, in fact, that they kind of just leave it as is leads me to assume that.
Oh, wow. It did get canceled because it wasn't popular in Japan.
Called it.
It had all the hallmarks of it, so I can't understand why it would get canceled.
The TV series is. The manga's still going.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, no, the manga's done, actually. It finished, like, less than a couple of months ago, I want to say.
I need to catch up then.
Yeah, definitely another recommendation from me. Mostly because, holy hell, Shiro, I love you. Seriously, she's such a fun character. And I do like how Gonta does develop as time goes on. Because, again, he kind of had the same whiny little brat syndrome that you see in Rocky from Claymore. But, yeah, I mean, definitely blood and gore advisory here, because holy shit. There's a lot of it.
Sherlock.
Yeah, that is good. Me gusta.
Oh, that was so cute.
What?
That's just cute.
Yeah, of course, what gets me to go like, it's cute, is the blood and gore.
Oh, welcome to my world.
You guys are so twisted.
No shit.
So,
you haven't seen most of what I've written.
Well, okay, next.
Well, wait a second. I was trying to think of one last one, but...
Go ahead.
Glass Mask. Glass Mask. It's basically a story where this young girl wants to become the best actress, and she gets to going to this acting school, becomes part of this troupe to refine and do her acting, and then it's an old shoujo. It's a very old shoujo, like 80s old, like it's older than me. And it has like 2 to 3 different adaptations. Like the first one was the manga, and then there was the cartoon, and then there was the live action one, and then back to the cartoon. But it never actually finished, as far as I know, because I can't remember what happened at the end. Supposedly it's ongoing. I don't know, but the ending for it kind of pisses me off just a little bit because it's open-ended. We don't really know what happens at the end. There's no resolution. I'm just like, what the fuck? Who gets to be this amazing lead actress? Like, what's going on, guys? It drives me. And Digimon 2, the ending.
Okay, yeah.
Digimon season 2? Oh god.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
I was pissed. I'm like, excuse you. You didn't put. So let me get this straight. You put. I'm going to use the dub ones because I can't remember all the new characters' names. So, but you put Yoli and Ken together. what? And then,
Every fangirl was upset about
and
that.
then TK and Kari aren't married? Excuse you? Are you blind? And then Matt and Sora, when you're just like, what? I'm really confused. Really confused. Extremely unhappy here, sir. Extremely unhappy. Which is why mentally I rewrote it.
Nice.
Yay.
Because, yeah, at least for TK and Kari to be together, because that made way more sense. Like, what the fuck, guys? If you're going to put people together, put those two together. They make the most sense out of everybody.
And the only reason they put Yoli and Kim together is because she had a crush on them.
Yeah, but we don't really see it that much.
Exactly.
And it's just like, that was out of nowhere. And it's sort of the same way with Matt and Sora, just a little bit, because I was like, what? Where'd you come from?
Well, then again, Sora did have a bad for Ty, and Ty liked her, and yeah.
Yeah, and that was just like, what happened? I thought they liked each other.
Yeah. There it goes. Do you hear that sound? That is your ship being sunk.
Or, do you hear that sound? That is the sound of a submarine. That is the sound of your ship still continuing. Oh, God. I do love my old shows.
I don't know what to say except I am the Knight, I am Batman.
Oh, yeah,
Beware.
last one that was kind of like... Yeah.
What?
Young.
What?
It's that.
I'm sorry, it's not anime or Japanese, it's American.
What is it?
You don't know?
No, I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, I said Young Justice.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dear God.
Ending that one, as spectacular as the plan was executed, the ship
We're losing you, Vampy.
Oh, we
Yeah.
are?
Yeah.
I don't know what to say,
And there she goes.
but... Okay.
Yeah. You need to get a better mic.
Yeah.
It's my computer. It's also supposed to speak.
What?
Yeah? You're
totally cutting in and out on that.
Uh-huh.
Oh, well.
Well, anyway, I think that just about sums everything up, though, since Vampy's mic is being a dick again.
It's always a dick.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, yay. There you go.
I plugged in my headset. I've been switching on and off with it.
Gotcha.
It's supposed to be fleeting where I am, so it's kind of like interference.
Ah, okay.
Oopsies. Thanks, Mother Nature. I really needed this.
You poor thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I know your pain.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm done. I'll rant about Young Justice later.
Oh, we can do a Young Justice podcast.
Yes.
You have fun with that.
Yes.
Yes. I will rant about all things DC.
Oh, a DC podcast. That's a word.
Oh, God. If we do that, I will have to bring in one of my friends in my place, because she is a resident DC expert, and I don't know that much.
Me neither, but it'll be fun to listen.
Yeah. I mean, I know enough that I know what I'm talking about, but I only know about certain comic lines, because, multi-universe theory.
Yeah.
So, next is Teatime Recommendations. What do you recommend to these people? Books, fan fiction, anime, manga, what have you.
Watch the Olympics, damn it. Seriously, it's once every 4 years. Come on, guys.
Portkey.org for you Harry and Hermione fans. Yeah, you knew I was going there. And
yes, we did.
Of course, I'm going to rec once more triofic.com for us trio shippers, especially wireless, which is done really well, and the in, middle, and beginning is also pretty good.
Mm-hmm. And let's see, what do I recommend? Recommend?
Recommended.
Hey, it was. I guess I know it's a shameless plug, and I do it every podcast, but check out me and Sam's stuff. It's mucho fun, and we have moved to a new one location now in Deviantart, MrSomeRomance.deviantart.com. So stop by, read, look at the pretty art, what have you, hang out, whatever. I'm done.
So she says, and then I'll make her do it again.
Jesus Christ, Matthew.
And how to enjoy tea time. Honestly. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. You were so quiet. I'm like, wait a minute. What?
Wow, I feel loved.
Oh, I love you. I'm sorry.
Oh, I said they do.
Seriously? Let's do the computer. I swear to God. But now that you keep doing your Mickey voice. The one that I'm recommending here is the Kingdom Hearts series. Because I don't have any fanfics or anything to recommend right now. I'm sorry.
Well, it could be video games.
So, definitely recommending the Kingdom Hearts series. It plays like a Final Fantasy game, which is wonderful for me because I am a major Final Fantasy nerd. I fully accept this. It's great just seeing how they're able to interweave the original characters into existing Disney worlds. Some work better than others. Deep Jungle, I'm looking at you piece of shit, because the platforming there was god-awful. Definitely, if you're going to play the games, you kind of have to force yourself to play through Kingdom Hearts 1 first, because otherwise you're going to be lost. Which I promise you it gets better from the first game. Because the first game's plot is kind of The music, oh my god, the music is gorgeous. I loved how they redid some of the themes, and especially in Kingdom Hearts 1.5 HD Remix. God, it's glorious. And they brought back whoever did, like, the composer for those games. I forget her name. I feel so bad. She's amazing. And what they introduced in Birth by Sleep is they have kind of just like this trailing violin. Just one violin, not an entire string orchestra. They brought that into the remix of the first game, and just it adds so much depth to it. I don't know why. I'm a sucker for the single violin, so that may be why, but it sounds so good. And if you have to check out one track that will sell you, check out the theme for Hollow Bastion. That's the theme for kind of all the that's the hub for all the Final Fantasy characters that kind of show up. And boy, oh boy, does it show. Oh my god, I could listen to that thing on repeat. In fact, I have. So, it's the best rendition, in my opinion, is from the first game, because that's when it just sounds so creepy and melodramatic and ha. I'm sorry, I'm totally rambling like an idiot here. But yes, definitely check out the Kingdom Hearts games. Personally, my favorite in the series is Birth by Sleep. It's technically the prequel of the series, set 10 years before. It definitely has to be one of the later games that you check out, though. I recommend, if you're going to play the games, do it. Basically go Kingdom Hearts 1, Chain of Memories, if you can get through it. Good luck. They implemented a card-based system because, of course, this came out on the Game Boy Advance originally, and it kind of sucks. I'm glad they never went back to it. Kingdom Hearts technically 350 whatever over 2 days is the next one after that. If you get Kingdom Hearts 1.5 HD Remix, just thank God they put that game as basically a full motion video, because it sucks. It's bad. It's really, really bad. So I do not recommend that one. Just watch the movie version, basically. You'll get all you need to know there. Then go Kingdom Hearts 2, Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, and Dream Drop Distance. I'm not including Coded in here because it doesn't really do anything. It was meant as a mobile game, and that's it. It's
exclusively in Japan.
No, they did come out with a version recoded that did make it to the States.
Oh, yeah.
Again, it's not good, so I don't recommend it. I don't believe there's any major story points, so you're not really missing out here. But yeah, definitely recommend the series. If you have to play one game, definitely check out Birth by Sleep, because it does the best as a possible standalone game without having to be too well versed in the universe here. The characters are amazing. Aqua is a badass. I love her. She's basically the only she's the only playable female character to date through the entire game. I'm not including Xion in this list because you switch back and forth between her and Roxas, and I'm not including Larxene because she only shows up in multiplayer for 300 whatever over 2. Like, that should clue you in on how much I do not care about that game, that I don't know the title.
Oh, you mean 358 over 2 days?
Yeah, I don't give a shit about that one. Even though Shion's theme is absolutely beautiful, like, it has good music. Basically, the entire series has good music. The only time it gets a little bit iffy is on some of the tracks in Kingdom Hearts 2. But Dream Drop Distance has some great ones, especially for the Hunchback of Notre Dame world, because that was just so much fun. And Birth by Sleep has my favorite soundtrack. So yeah, I'm done. I'm done fangirling over this series because I think I've taken up too much time here.
No, you didn't. You did fine.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so
all right.
Carrying on.
How to join the tea time. In short, we heard a lot of people wanted to join, be it mutual friends, people we met, or random people who want to join this podcast as a guest, or we usually don't add another person to the hostess group often because it's the 4 of us. Miss Who's not here; she's still lost in time. But
yeah, we need to go and find like her GPS locator or something.
Indeed.
But yeah. Honestly, if you guys want to join, drop us a note via Tumblr and you'll be on the show. But yeah, we have a few legalities. Is that how you say it?
I think so.
Yeah, legalities and all that good stuff, and you'll actually receive a nickname for the podcast. And honestly, we're made of winning awesome because we are cray sometimes, but not all the time. And shut up, Nancy. And if you don't join, and if you guys want to join us, you have to sell your soul to Mickey.
That's right, bitch.
So in short, if you want to join the tea time, come on and let us know. Note us on DA. Send us a message on Tumblr. Send us a message on YouTube, our podcast page, email. We're not including snail mail because you ain't getting our addresses and come and kill us in our sleep. So yeah, come and join. And finally, next week's podcast is the beautiful overture, the Ouran High School Host Club Symphony with special guests, MOMR3, My Girls, Maidens of the Music Room 3, and we'll have a very special surprise guest as well.
Oh, dear.
Vampy and I don't even know, but I'll brief them after the podcast. But yeah. So, basically, we're done for tonight. Oh my god, yay!
Woohoo!
And it's under 3 hours.
We broke.
Again.
No, it isn't.
3 hours, 20 minutes.
2 hours, 49 minutes, and 20 seconds.
Oh, right, because we were adding on Skype
So,
beforehand.
so we've got to hit the time warp. We got to jump in the magic school bus and find. So we got to jump in the magic school bus, find Miss Who, help her repair the TARDIS, and she'll be back next week, hopefully. So until now, stay away from loose women. Don't kill anyone over Harry and Hermione being together. Stay out of dark alleys so emo hair won't attach to your
Beware
head.
people, Mickey.
Yeah.
You're gonna be fine, bitch.
Don't tick off Sailor Moon. Brush your teeth daily, and
Beware for us in dark alleys. Are you kidding?
And also, remember, the universe is vast and endless, and you are just a speck. I need to stop watching Night Vale.
And your microphone cleared up when you
Yeah, I
said that.
know, right? My God, that explains so much.
Yes. So, that's to Olaf.
Hey.
And, yeah. So we'll see you guys next week on Monday for the beautiful overture. Until then, drop us messages on Tumblr, Team Follow Back, Twitter, Facebook. Once we get ours up and running, I gotta finish it. And follow us on YouTube. Subscribe. Hook us up. We good. We out. Peace, baby.
Good night.
Sleep tight.
Oh my